Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. We're talking about crazy pieces. They've done it again. They've taken it way too far with their exploited children and the children that they've adopted. And even this girl on camera says she doesn't want this being filmed, and they cannot help themselves. They have such garbage content that anything becomes content, including the exploitation of her daughter's family, who they have no business exploiting. So let's talk about it. So I really want to do a really quick shout out to Tora. I think her name is Tora. She said, thank you very much for all the work. You keep kids safe. I just thought I'd share some tasty treats with you for you and the family to try. It will not hurt my feelings if you aren't fond of any of them. It's always fun listening to your videos and roasting all the family vloggers. I appreciate this, Tora. I love these little gifts that I get. Also, they sent me these. These are a couple items that I crocheted that I thought you might enjoy because someone needs some positive produce in their life. Oh, that makes sense. Positive produce. And you'll see why. I also included a yapple and a little mascot for your favorite football team. I wasn't sure how many of your kids were fans, but I'm more than happy to crochet them as well. Now, this is Tora. I don't think that she sent me, unless it's Cow Lady Crafty. Here it is. Here's the bag. It's called Cow Lady Crafty. And if I can find a link, I'll put it below. My daughter is begging me to show these on camera so she can have them. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it done as soon as possible. My kids and the dogs are eyeing these things. I got to show you this. This is a lemon. Isn't that cute? She's really good. This one is lemonade. Squeeze the day. I tell that to I say it to my wife every day. Can I squeeze the days? Just kidding. Sorry, you guys. This one is a potato, positive potato. Life was all out of lemons, so here's a potato instead. Look how cute these are. These are amazing. My daughter wants all of them, by the way. And it says, exceptional, emotional support pickle. I will always be around to let you know that you are a big dill. That's how Crystal says deal, too. That's funny, eh? These are actually amazing, and I want you guys to go... I hope that's Cow Lady Crafty. I hope that is her. I want you to go buy something from her. Because look at my mascot for the Eagles. That's going in my studio. That's amazing. The Eagles who won the Super Bowl. Those Eagles, you know, the ones that I joined up this year. And here's a pineapple, which is awesome. If you know anything about my channel, pineapples are a big deal around here. Big deal around here. This one says Fineapple. It's fine. You're fine. It will all be fine. These are very cute. And these little sticker things are amazing. My daughter wants this one the most. Emotional support taco. It's okay to fall apart sometimes. Tacos fall apart and we still love them. Look how cute these are. I don't say cute very often, but these are. Here's my yapple. That's going to go on the old Christmas tree for a shizzle. What else we got? That's it. And so I want to say it's Cow Lady Crafty. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think this is her. Crafty Cow Lady. Yeah, she follows me. It's got to be her. So here it is. Guys need to go follow Crafty Cow Lady. Apparently she has a farm. She sent me a bunch of these treats that she makes, and I'm not gonna lie, my daughter's like, what is this? It's made of like oat milk and stuff, and like different kinds of like, it's like, you could tell it's good for you. It's like real ingredients. Look at her dogs. I already like this lady. We're already friends. And their treats are gone. They're gone. They were eaten. Everly took some to school for her little science fair day, and they're gone. I can't even show you the treats because they're gone. When you guys send me treats and I don't bring them downstairs and I leave them upstairs, good luck. Gone. Just mooried, get it? Mooried? Okay, this lady's awesome. And she has a freaking bobcat, so we're friends. This is awesome. Thank you, Crafty Cow Lady. And guys, make sure you head over to Crafty Cow Lady. Okay, craftycowlady.etsy.com is her site here. I want you to go support Crafty Cow Lady because these are really, really, really awesome. Okay, they're awesome. Good little gifts for your kids. Again, my dogs are eyeing these. I can't give them... I bought... Story time. I went to Bass Pro Shops, whatever it's called, Cabela's, and they have... Who makes it? They have their own version of the dog ones that dogs can't tear apart. June ate those stuffies that are made for so dogs can't tear apart in 3 minutes flat. She takes it as a personal, like, she's not here. She takes it as a personal, like, vendetta against these stuffies, and she destroys them. She has to take the stuffing out of them and take the squeaker out and destroy the squeaker. That's like her mission in life, and she's good at it. And so I can't give her these because she will literally destroy them in 2 seconds flat. So these kids, Everly wants them in her room. And so she gets those. So thank you, Crafty Cat Lady. Appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. You're awesome. I haven't taken a look at Crazy Pieces view stats in a little while. I know they make a lot of money. For the last 28 days, they've got 7.5 million long views. Now, these people are pulling in, no joke, $100,000 a month just on YouTube alone. This is why they do what they do. And the video we're discussing today is hard part of foster care. Their subscribers also always going up. This is a growing channel. This is not a dead channel. Even though these are one of the most disgusting family vloggers out there, they will take anything that comes their way. They will adopt kids just for their stories. Just like, remember when Alicia did they had a countdown with chain links until the twins' dad gets out of jail? You remember that and how disgusting that was? Well, basically, Crazy Pieces is doing that in this video here today. It's here, but here's the part where Jamie talks about the situation with her dad. She says things that are going on around and she doesn't want to talk about on camera. I'm going to show you this first before you watch the video. I have not seen the video because obviously I'm a blind reactor, but I want you guys to see this. So I'm going to break this down for you guys. Jamie Pettit is a member of the Crazy Pieces family, a large blended family featured on the popular YouTube channel Crazy Pieces, run by Krista and Aaron Pettit. Their story is one of resilience, family. Shut up. Jamie was born on June 9, 1993, originally from Michigan. She's the biological oldest sister of Melinda Pettit, who was already living with Crystal and Aaron as one of their adopted children. Jamie herself was never formally adopted by the Pettits because she aged out of the foster care system before that could happen. However, she's considered a daughter adopted in their hearts by Crystal and Aaron. She does this a lot, reflecting the deep emotional bond they share with her. Jamie's connection to the family deepened when Crystal and Aaron learned about her through Melinda. At the time, Jamie was pregnant, and due to her intellectual disability, she was unable to independently care for the child. Concerned about the possibility of Jamie's being placed in foster care, blah, 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 Crystal and Aaron had stepped in. They fought to keep Jamie and her daughter together, ultimately adopting the baby named Aurora Pettit, who was born on September 19th. While Jamie could not raise Aurora herself, it's so crazy. This arrangement allowed her to remain a significant part of their daughter's life. So I guess they're trying to get rid of Jamie, put her in a little tiny house off the property somewhere else because they want to adopt more kids for their stories to exploit more children. And she wants to they're going to keep doing this because that's their formula. That's their MO on the channel. They adopt kids, they tell their story. We're the crazy blended family, when it's like, I bet you it's absolute utter chaos because every kid that ages out of this house are absolute failures as adults. All of them are failures, as far as I've seen so far. And that's being nice, okay? They are unequipped to be adults because they are not parented properly. Crystal herself is unequipped to be a parent. Crystal herself acts like a teenager. Aaron is very much not in their lives, hardly ever. And they only use these children to exploit them when it's time to turn the camera on to make money. But the complication arises with regulations governing foster and adoption in many jurisdictions, including Arizona. Any adult living in a household seeking to foster or adopt must pass a background check. A key factor in these checks is whether an individual has had a child removed from their custody by social services. So what's happening is Jamie has had a kid removed from her custody by social services, which I'm not entirely sure isn't because Crystal wanted that to happen. Like, I'm being real with you, okay? As this can disqualify the household from being approved for additional placements. So how does she keep adopting kids when she's had Jamie the whole time? Even though it's not Jamie's fault, don't get me wrong, okay? Because Jamie had Aurora taken from her care, even though it was due to her disability, not neglect or abuse. Her presence in the Pettit household became a barrier to further adoptions. This isn't about Jamie being a risk in a dangerous sense, rather it's a bureaucratic rule applied uniformly, often without nuance, for specific circumstances. Now, my take on this is that you've got your kids. You decided to adopt Jamie, put her in your heart. She seems like a girl that needs support from this family. And the only thing they care about is how they can get more kids to exploit. Instead of being like, you know what, we chose Jamie to be a part of our family and our life, and we have Aurora, and this is a big deal to us. We're just going to be done adopting because that's the path we chose. We chose to help this child, and now we're going to have to abide by those things that we chose. No, they're just trying to get rid of her so they can adopt more kids. Guys, you have to understand how disgusting that is. It's absolutely effing disgusting. To work around this, the Pettits have reportedly moved Jamie out of the main house at various times, either to live with other family members like her sister Melinda or Crystal's mother, or more recently into a separate residence like a casita or a small house on their property. Still on the property. I don't think that matters. For example, in a November 2024 video, Crystal discussed how they couldn't adopt their daughter Evie until Jamie's room flooded, forcing her to stay with Crystal's mother temporarily, which conveniently aligned with Evie's adoption finalization. So they're just playing games, guys. They're playing games they're trafficking children into their house. Do you guys understand this? They are digitally trafficking children. That's what they do. Bring a kid in with a traumatic story. They tell that story. They monetize that story multiple times, and then they just, okay, we're done with you now. Go live in a casita or in a trailer on our property. Bye, sayonara. We want more kids in now. That's what happens. That's what these people are doing. This should be illegal, everybody. This should be against the law. And so not only that, not only does like Jamie have to live in a place where they've taken her child from her, they also want to kick her out of the house where her child lives. Okay, which is, it's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're taking advantage of someone that has a mental disorder, right? Or whatever she has. And they have just, they've capitalized on the story. They've taken the child from her and now they're kicking her out of the house. And now they do this video where they're exploiting her story. Listen to this.
My high was making me black out. And my low is things going on right now.
So she says, give me something that makes you happy, something that makes you sad. And Crystal's like, oh, their fake ass teeth and her whole giant ass lips, sitting there being like filming this in a car because this is the only content they have. They're doing a road trip or they're going somewhere, right? And she's like, there's something going on in my life right now I don't want on camera. And Crystal's like, you bitch. Yeah, Melinda Pettit is following me. I've reached out to her and I've told her that if you're ever willing to tell your story, that I'm here to hear your story. I said, hey, Melinda, I know you probably hate me and I don't blame you, but I hate to see the way you're being treated in this mess. If you ever want to speak out about it, I'm here to help. Again, I hope it gets better for you and your parents step up and do what's right since you are their kid. And I spelled there wrong. I'm an idiot. These kids, you have to imagine there's 19 or 20, 25 kids that have gone through this house. I know everything's not going to be perfect. We all know that it's never going to be perfect. Nobody has a perfect family, but they only put across the perfect stuff. And when shit hits the fan, they bury it. That's the problem, right? They want to be on the internet and they want to tell you this is life with kids and the ups and downs, but they never show you the downs, right? They try to bury the downs. And there's been all like Melinda and has beef with her, I guess with her cousin or something like that from another family. I don't know. There's a bunch of beef going on over there too. Melinda knows what's going on. If they're just going to pass Jamie off to Melinda, that's not Melinda's responsibility either. That's your responsibility, Crystal and Aaron. If Jamie is unable to live by herself as an adult, okay. That's the life that you chose. That's the person you adopted in your hearts into your home. You can't leave her stranded because you want other kids in yours. That's giving Micah Stauffer, if you don't remember what she did with H. She couldn't handle him being in the house anymore, and so she rehomed him on Facebook to other people who could take the responsibility. You chose this. You guys chose this person, and not only that, you've made money off Jamie. I was just about to go look at the thumbnails because someone already did that. I was thinking about what a terrible job Crystal and Aaron do parenting and whether or not they exploit her. Did a quick scan of thumbnails and answered my question. This is child exploitation. Of course it's child exploitation. This whole channel, epilepsy, seizure, emergency, ER visit. This is not their child. This is Jamie's child. It's different when people are like, oh no, they adopted A, so it's theirs. They brought Jamie in, what, to just get her daughter? Do you know how creepy and weird that sounds? And that sounds like what they did. I was gonna go to their channel and look at the other one. Look at this. I am her mom and her sister adoption. See, they're exploiting that story to 385,000 views. I am Jamie. My life as Jamie. 319,000 views. Adoptions. Foster care and adoption story, 698,000 views. DNA results, Jamie, who's my bio mom? Hard part of special needs parenting. Sad day, Jamie. Jamie Q&A part 2. What we would tell her birth mom. Reunited with birth dad. Like, they exploit every situation. Look at this. And then they're just going to toss her out because they need more kids to exploit. Guys, I need you to understand that this is absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. How do you feel about bringing in a special needs kid, taking her daughter from her, and then booting her out because you want more kids, okay? It's absolutely disgusting what these people do. And the kids know it too. The older kids, the adult kids, Melinda, they all know it. And maybe the young ones don't know it yet, but they'll know it later. These people are the most disgusting demons I've ever seen on this channel, okay? Crazy Middles does it too, but they're not as bad as Crystal. Because they come across as so perfect. Yeah, it's okay. Oh my gosh. There's a special place in hell for people like this. Okay? They are disgusting for what they're doing. And finally starting to look her age a little bit. The fillers aren't helping you anymore. Face looks like you went to Party City and asked them pump it full of helium. Okay? Stop it. So anyway, this video here is them exploiting this whole situation, and Reddit is pissed, by the way, and Crazy Middles, which is the only place that they have a snark forum. Crazy Middles covers Crazy Pieces as well. And man, people are pissed. And you know that they're going through their comment section, deleting every negative comment about this. But they don't care. They don't care. Look at their videos. Latest. 96,000 views on this already. And this was done a couple of days ago.
Good morning, Keep It Crazy family. So this is going to be a
Keep it crazy.
little bit different of a video. We want to set and explain a couple of things.
Set? Do you want to set?
The number one, or I wouldn't say the number one, but a question that we get a lot is what if,
How dare you? That's the question I have for you. It's not a question, it's a statement.
but something we've only barely touched base on, but really haven't like explained,
Touched base on? What?
is biofamilies and how that works.
Yeah, well, don't explain biofamilies. That's not your place to explain biofamilies. Leave the biofamilies out of it. The whole point of adoption is to take a kid from a place where they shouldn't be. And in some cases, there are open adoptions and stuff, but that's not your business to be putting out on the internet. That's the child's business. And that's the parent's business. When you, as a adopted parent, put out the business of their parents, that's disgusting, and you shouldn't be allowed to adopt anymore. That should be almost like HIPAA level stuff. Why are you putting stuff like that about bio parents out there? Alicia does it too, a lot, and disgustingly. Stop doing that.
Works and what that looks like, and we've said in the past that we're open to the kids having a relationship with biofamily as long as it's safe and healthy, and we've talked about a lot.
Your family's not safe and healthy. How dare you? You're not healthy, you're not safe, as long as it's safe and healthy. Well, as long as we can continue to exploit that story is what she's saying to you. She doesn't care if it's safe and healthy. Can they use it to make money? That's what she cares about.
Things like this, but some things that we haven't talked about is how the biofamily's choices affects kids.
Who cares? Not your story to tell. It isn't your story. No, you don't get to tell that, because you're running out of content. You're like, okay, well, let's do this. They've probably been sitting on this type of thing for a while, and they're just like, fine, let's just do it.
When a child is coming into your placement or coming into place with you through foster care, that it is so important not to talk bad about biofamily. And it's something that they taught us in the class, and they said, even when like parents are going through like a divorce, say, or whatever, like that kid.
I hate this bitch. I hate her. Everything has to be about Crystal in every way possible. Every time there's 20 kids live in their house, something like that, 17 kids. And it's always been about her, always. Even adoption has been about her. I hate this bitch.
It's 50%, the mom, and 50% the dad. Like, that's a piece of them. And if you talk bad about each other, or you talk bad about, their biofamily, like, you're essentially talking bad about a piece of them. And a lot of kids can't verbalize that, but they just like feel icky or feel bad, when it's talked about like that. And so,
what makes me feel icky? The absolute exploitation of adopted children that you've gone through your house. It's insane to me that you've been allowed to do this by the adoption agencies. We have got to start holding adoption agencies accountable. Like, I mean, they'll never be held accountable. There's nothing you can do about it. They don't give a shit. They have to get kids adopted. I understand that, but they got to stop giving them to influencers. You really do. You have to stop. There has to be a law passed that if you're going to adopt a child, that you can't put them on the internet until they're 18.
it's just something we've been very considerate of, and we've tried not to do, but it is.
We're so considerate because we don't talk shit about our adopted kids' parents. We're so considerate. Aren't we good people? Tell us we're good people.
Really difficult, I will be honest. When you get a kid in from foster care and they've been through unthinkable things, and you.
So what are you saying? It's difficult to not talk shit about their parents because they've been through difficult things. How about just don't talk about them at all? Put them in a healthy situation. Don't let them talk about don't let them talk about it, but don't talk about the trauma. Don't talk about the past. What you want? Are you saying it'd be so much better if we could just talk shit about their parents? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying, Crystal?
Feel really angry inside, and you would like to justice to be served.
What's justice for you? Talking shit about them in front of the kids? Is that what justice is for you?
Extremely, extremely difficult to stay very neutral, and it's okay to say, hey, your parents made bad choices without saying, oh my gosh, they're such a bad person and blah, blah, blah.
You're bad people, Crystal. The audacity and the hypocrisy of you. You two are bad people. Bad people. You abuse children. Okay, you abuse them by exploitation and coercion and bribery and exposing all of their craziness to the world. When Alex gets evicted, there you are making a video about it, right? When your daughter's making bad choices, there you are to make videos about it, right? And the internet talks about you and your children and all the drama that's going on. Your children are now the topic of tea and drama on the internet because you put them there. You put them in that position. Now, people are like, well, people shouldn't be talking about kids. I get that, but they're going to. Like, predators are also going to watch your content. Are the predators bad people? They definitely are. But are you putting them on the internet for predators to have? Yeah, you are. When you put your kids on the internet and make them famous, expect that they're going to be now talked about in the form of drama, snark, and tea. Sorry, you did that, Crystal and Aaron. You guys did that. That's on you. And the kids are going to blame you someday, hopefully, as soon as they grow up and their brains get fully developed and understand what you put them through. I can't wait for the tell-all book about crazy pieces in middles. Can't wait for it.
It's just a difference in how you word stuff.
Melinda, if you want to make a bunch of money, and I'm not joking, reach out to the person that wrote Sherry's book or reach out to a publisher, okay? And write your book about crazy pieces. I will pump that shit to the internet. I will make sure you make a ton of money on that book. Okay, you don't have to be a writer yourself like Sherry. You can just hire a writer to help you write the book. You can write a book. What's his name from Not Enough Nelsons? I forget his name already. He could write a book. These people could write books and make millions of dollars writing books. Everly LeBrant, when that book comes out, you better believe she's going to be a New York Times best-selling author. All of these kids could write books about their life, and I would read every single one of them.
That being said, we're not going to share Melinda and Jamie's bio dad situation and what's going on, and we don't feel that it's our place.
But I'm pretty sure they do. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they do.
Melinda and Jamie want to talk.
Like, what? They're not going to share the bio dad reunited after 5 years. This is uploaded 4 years ago. We're not going to share the dad's story. There's his story right there. What are you talking about? We're not going to share his story. Does she mean she's not going to share the bad's part of the story? How dare you? How effing dare you? Oh.
Talk about it or do a video on their own, like that's totally up to them. But their dad just didn't make some good choices. And so with
and how many good choices have you made? Look at your face. You haven't made any good choices either. The choices that you've made are bringing kids into your family so you can exploit their story. You think that's a good choice, Crystal? You honestly can sit there and tell me you think that's a good choice. What for? Why is that a good choice, exploiting children? Man, these people are so stupid.
That, Aaron
Why is Aaron even here?
and Jamie went out to Michigan.
Oh, with that, we're not going to share a story, but here's an entire vlog about sharing his story.
Recently, and another piece.
This guy, man.
Do you want to explain like the baby photos or photos in general?
Yeah, so
Why you went out there?
when we were in the foster care classes, it was pointed out to us that any kid going through foster care experiences a ton of loss, right? They're losing their family. They're losing their friends at school because most of the time they change schools. They're losing this, that, and the other, and it's all loss.
And you capitalized on that loss. Every single time with every single one of the children that are in your home. Every single one, you capitalized on that.
And so, and a lot of that is memorabilia. As you're a kid growing up, your parents typically have a camera and they're taking pictures or video, and you get to see like your childhood through their eyes as you get older, and you get to look back on that.
Are they going to justify filming their kids' trauma stories for like memories?
A lot of our kids don't have that because of the foster care system or going through adoption, and some of them don't even know who their parents are, so they wouldn't even have the chance to get that memorabilia. And so with Jamie, her dad is in an unfortunate situation, but he has some stuff, some pictures, a ton of stuff that she wants to have and maintain. And so if we didn't go to Michigan to get that stuff, it could be lost forever. Amy and I took a trip recently to Michigan to get that stuff, and we took a bunch of footage.
Of course you took footage of it. Why'd you need to take footage of it? Why'd you need to tell the story? Hey, Jamie's dad's probably going to prison for the rest of his life or something, and so we're going to film a vlog about her getting her pictures. No. You don't get to sit there and say that shit. You did this because you're running out of content. because you will exploit any situation in any of your children's lives. Meanwhile, you got this chair over here that's like $20,000. Everything that you guys own is bought off the backs of child exploitation, and you know it.
Love you. Have a safe flight.
I'm gonna miss you, Mom.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you. Can't wait to.
Let me film this. Let's do this moment on camera. And whenever she says something about her child, don't miss this. Whenever Crystal gives an accolade or some kind of loving gesture or word of affirmation, she says it to the camera while she's holding her child. I don't think these kids have ever experienced any love from their parents unless the camera's on and she can show it on camera and show everybody. I'm not even kidding you. Every single time it's like that. This story breaks my heart, and I'm not trying to be snarky here at all. You got to understand this for a second. They brought this child in to take her child. I'm not even kidding you. That's literally why they did this. And they adopted in our hearts. They did this to get a child that they can exploit a weird story about. And now they're kicking her out so they can adopt more. You guys have got to understand, and that should make you so angry. It should make you so upset that we make laws against this. That's how upset this should make you. And they're coming, and there's people in their comments like, "You're such a good man." No, she's not a good mom. Neither of these people are good parents. Just on this story alone, forget all the other child exploitation that they do and all the other shit that they do wrong. Like, for instance, when the kid's breaking a leg and not taken to the hospital for days. Forget all that. Forget all the craziness that they've gone through. Just on this one story alone about adopting a special needs kid and stealing her daughter from her and then kicking her out. Just on this alone should be cancellation level events. Okay, it should be Micah Stauffer cancellation level events. But no one seems to care. And why? I don't know. It's not catching the right people, I guess. This needs to catch the right people. Like lawmakers.
Oh, say bye. I'll text you, okay?
I love you. I'm gonna miss
No, you don't. You guys hate each other.
you. Have a safe
On camera, I love you. I love you. You.
flight. Flying scares me right now. There's been a lot of flight things on.
There's been a lot of flight things. Use your lips to flap the wings.
Scary.
I hug you.
I appreciate it. That's so sweet of you.
Only on camera. They only get these moments like, "Oh, you're filming. I love you." I bet you these guys have got some crazy skeletons. Some crazy shit that's gone on behind the scenes.
I'll miss you.
Should be called crazy shit pieces. Crazy pieces of shit.
All right, we are at the airport. We got through security just fine. Jamie has, what's this guy's name? Lucy. For travel.
Does he look like a dad? Does he act like a dad, or does he act like someone coming to pick her up and like he's a distant friend of the family, like an old uncle who sees his niece like once every 6 years? Do they have, and like, these people don't parent the kids. The kids don't see their parents as parents. They see them as like maximum caregivers, maybe, but at very least just acquaintances. There's no parenting gel at all. There's no genuine love. Do you guys see that? I can see that because I have genuine love for my kids. Okay, and I understand what that looks like. They have no genuine connection, nothing, no love. And it's vice versa with the kids too.
Companion. So I'm not excited about why we're having to make this trip, but I am super excited to be taking this trip. But Jamie, I have a caring personality, and
Did this guy just get on a camera looking like a bag of shit and just say like, "I have a caring personality"? Listen, Aaron, no you don't. Okay, the audacity of you to call yourself a dad to begin with. You don't belong, you're not one of us. Okay, you're not in the dad club. You are a piece of flaming shit. I wish I could say way worse things to you, to your face. Maybe someday I'll get to. But you are a piece of shit through and through, 100%. Okay, I need you to understand this. I know you guys watch my videos. Okay, you are an absolute human trash. The amount of exploitation you guys have on your channel, the amount of kids you brought into your home, and the fact that you are doing this to this girl right now, I hope someday karma comes your way. Okay? I hope you get karma. It dealt to you in the worst way. I don't wish a lot of bad things on a lot of people, but if your Mormon God is real, I hope you are in the outer darkness for the rest of your life. I mean, for eternity as a TK smoothie. I hate you for what you are doing to these kids. I'm a caring f*** off asshole. You gotta be kidding me.
Super excited to be able to just hang out with Jamie.
Yeah. Probably the first time he's ever done this. Super excited to make content to make myself look better.
Just one-on-one. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm pretty hungry. My brain's not working. Jamie, you hungry? Let's get some food, okay?
Sometimes I'm finding the
Again, he's like a teacher.
feels like my life's been
Jamie and I are trying the AZ burger from Soul.
cause life is a gift.
All right, Jamie and I just finished our burgers, and what did you think, Jamie?
What is this bullshit? Jamie's dad's in jail for the rest of his life. We're going to get pictures. Hey, here's a burger.
You like it?
You like this burger? I miss gaming.
It was so sweet. I was asking Jamie, like, what did you think of the burger? And she's like, Dad, I love yours more because you always
This guy over here looking at the camera like, who are these fucking assholes? This guy gets it.
season it perfectly. That's so sweet. Airplane getting ready to go to Grand Rapids. So our actual destination is Manistee. Traverse City is actually closer drive to me.
Like, he's telling you where they're going because he wants you guys to look up why they're going there and what her dad did. Now, Reddit was already all over it, I think. Here's another I didn't even think of this, but the family drama must be so bad if Melinda's not part of the trip, because that's Melinda's dad too, by the way. So I think that they had, see what happened to Melinda and Jamie's dad, just dropped a video about by parents. They don't want to talk about the situation. And they want you to look it up. That's the problem. They want you to look it up so they can, without saying it, so the internet can know. That's why he's telling you, hey, we're going to Traverse City and this is at this exact address at this time somebody was arrested. Like he's trying to tell you everything that's been going on. So they're not hiding anything and they're trying to be all like pragmatic about it. Oh yeah, we would never tell you stories like that.
But it was a lot more expensive ticket, almost double actually. It was like $1,000 a person. So we're actually flying to Grand Rapids. We're gonna rent a vehicle and we're gonna drive 2 hours to Manistee. We are gonna stay in Grand Rapids tonight and then drive
Who cares, dude? Shut the fuck up.
in the morning. So
Sorry, I'm upset today.
this is a quick 24-hour trip.
Like why is she even here?
We're actually flying back tomorrow night.
Yeah, I only want to spend 24 hours with her. You know, let's go do a trip. I need you to make it fun and do some fun thing. No, we're only gonna get a picture, come back. I'm going to spend 24 hours with this girl. Okay? She has to go, and then we're moving her to the doghouse. It's got a heated light bulb. Relax, okay? There's a bucket for shitting.
We're safely in Michigan. Yay! We got our baggage. We got our rental car, a nice white Suburban. The unfortunate thing is it smells terribly of smoke. Now, I'm not dogging on anybody that smokes.
I do. Don't smoke. Don't smoke, guys. Especially don't smoke in rental vehicles. It is disgusting. If you smoke cigarettes and you quit, and you can prove to me that you've quit, I've already told everybody this. I will send you a hoodie with a congratulations box of candies. Because quitting smoking is the best thing you can do for your life, okay? The best thing. Don't smoke.
And I'm not judging. But
I'm judging.
for those that don't like smoking, it actually smells really bad in here. So, what can you do, I guess?
Well, here's what you can do. You can go over to Avis, which is look like where you rented it, and say, hello, Avis. We don't want this vehicle because it smells like an actual ashtray. Please give us another vehicle. It's only 2 of you. Why are you driving a Suburban? Are you trying to spend gas money? Climate terrorists? I drive a Suburban.
All right, so we are off to our hotel, get a couple hours
Why complain when you can just go get a different vehicle?
of sleep, and then we are off to Manistee. Let's get going.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another room tour. Woo! We got
Put your toilet seat down if you're going to do a room tour.
energy at midnight.
All right, so you come in the front door, and here's what we got.
You're such a dickhole. Nobody likes you, Aaron. Even your best friend, who was your best friend, is not your best friend anymore. Man, imagine what Joe knows. Look, I don't blame Joe for being away from all this. And there's probably something that went down, is what I'm saying, with Joe. But I think they've got a mutual agreement that says, I ain't going to talk shit about you as long as you don't talk shit about me. Because something went down, and Joe also knows the dynamic in this home. Something tells me we'll never know because of what happened with Joe. That rhymed.
Got a nice bathroom.
Okay, buddy.
Coming in here, we have a lovely mirror. Hi.
Shut up, Dick.
Here we have 2 queen beds. I'm gonna be sleeping on this one. Jamie's got this one. We got some drawers. We're not gonna.
Got some drawers, do you?
Only gonna take a couple hours. But we got a TV. We don't really have time for that either. And these drawers do not want to stay closed. I don't know whether to be freaked out or thankful. Come on, stay closed. We got a nice desk, and then we have, this is pretty sick. Nice little fridge.
It's a fridge, bro. What?
Microwave.
Every hotel room has that.
Be here long. And then the red chair in the corner. So,
did you have to point that out?
we have to get up. We're gonna shoot for 5:30 Michigan time. We want to get our showers, get dressed, maybe catch breakfast in the lobby at 6. It is a free breakfast, and then we gotta get on the road. I haven't looked it up yet, but I believe Manistee is about a 2-hour drive from where we are.
You haven't looked at. Okay.
So we're trying to be at the jail at 8 o'clock. We're
There it is. There it is, everybody. We're not going to tell you the story, but we're going to be at the jail. So now you already know he's piecing it together. And at the beginning of the video, they probably said they had to sit down and do that because they know through this video that they're going to be giving you Easter eggs as to what's actually going on. They don't want to tell you a story, but they'll tell you the story inadvertently, right? These absolute just bungholes.
We're gonna hopefully meet with Jamie's dad, and hopefully she'll get to talk to him. We've done a couple of video calls, but yeah.
So then that's all you need.
We need to get his keys from him, and then we're gonna head over to his apartment, and we're gonna get some stuff packed up. Jamie did awesome on the plane. She was kind of nervous, and I will say that was probably the bumpiest flight that I've taken in quite some time. It just started off crazy.
Shut up.
Like, there was this overcast in Phoenix, and just taking off until we got to like altitude, it was super bumpy. And even once we got altitude, it was still pretty bumpy. I don't know why, but then the rest of the flight was really smooth, so that was nice. We'll
Shut the f up, man.
see you guys in 6 hours. But
I hate you.
for you, it's gonna be.
Oh, Maya. Oh, Maya. Maya.
Good morning, you guys.
Oh, Maya.
She's in a good mood. She's singing. That's always a good thing.
He's like filming. That's without her consent, by the way. What she's doing there, is she stimming? Something like that. He's like, look, she's stimming. She's in a good mood. Like, f off. Yeah. Every time I do another video, and these people, I hate them more. There's never been one redeeming quality of any of these people. Aaron and Crystal, that is. Or any vlogger, actually. That makes me even more upset that he's doing that.
Oh, Maya.
All right.
Did you sleep in your sweater?
Up on 6 a.m. We need to get on the road, so
Why are you wearing the same clothes? Why don't you have a shower, you stinky asshole?
well, let's go.
Do you see it, guys? Do you see the snow?
It does exist. We are here. We're at Manistee. We're trying to get his keys so that we can go into the apartment and pack up everything that's important that he wants to keep, that the girls want to keep, so that we can take it back with us until we find out
Again, why is she here? So you can show her stimming?
more about what's going to go on with him. How you feeling?
Also, like, I don't want to know, and I wonder if they've told this, but has anybody discovered who got her pregnant, and was it as a teenager? And maybe I don't want to know the story, but I'm if it's not out there, I don't want to know it. But what I want to know is if they have told that story on their channel, exploited that story.
All nervous.
A little nervous. Tell me how you feel so I can film this.
Understandable. All right, we were able to get her dad's keys. We came to his apartment. We've loaded up our 2 suitcases that we
Now you're filming his apartment? Like, ooh, you guys are just disgusting.
brought with us to save personal mementos, and we're about done. So we have a little bit of time before our flight. We're thinking maybe we'll go watch a movie or find something interesting around here to do. And then, yeah,
But yeah, we gotta get out of here, man. I don't want to spend more than 5 hours with this girl.
flying back home. All right, we are back in Grand Rapids. We drove back here. I wanted to be close to the airport, so whatever we found, we wouldn't be rushed. And so it's about 1:15. I thought Jamie's been in kind of having a rough day, and I wanted to like bring her spirits up. So she did.
If Jamie's having a rough day, why are you filming it? Why? She clearly doesn't want to be on this video. She says 5 words the entire video. She doesn't want to be here. I don't think she wants to be in any video. And like this whole video feels forced to me. Like they're just forcing her to do this content. Why can't you just go to Michigan, get her shit, and then maybe say it in passing? Oh, wait, we got her stuff. Here's some pictures. Blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you just do that? Why do you have to film a whole video out of it and she doesn't even want to be in it? Man, you guys, you can't read the room. That's for sure.
Get the chance. She was at a friend's house when we went and saw Mufasa, The Lion King, and yeah, she really wants to see it. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna go see it real quick before our flight. So our flight doesn't leave till about 7 o'clock tonight. So we got a couple hours. What do you think of that? You liked it?
Yeah.
Did it raise your spirits?
Yes.
Awesome.
There's something about these two. She doesn't like him, and there's no love between these two people, and he's supposed to be like adopted in his heart. They're like, click, like what the man?
We have 2 flights. We're going to fly from Grand Rapids to Chicago, and then we're going to fly on a different flight from Chicago to Phoenix. So we're headed back to the airport. All right, we arrived safely in Chicago. We're in good spirits, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
A short little flight that we had. A really small plane, but
Stop filming. Ugh, these freaking people, man.
they thought it was going to be really bumpy. It wasn't. So we decided to get some food. We're going to try Burrito Beach. Jamie's rocking the bowl. How is it?
Good.
Delicious? And I got it.
Dude, she doesn't want you on camera. Stop doing that. They're basically at this point forcing this girl to be on camera. And it sounds like because she has special needs. I don't think that she can even give consent even as an adult, because I think she's in her 20s or something like that. Like, there's no consent here.
Quesadilla. It was a great trip, all in all. I enjoyed spending so much one-on-one time with Jamie.
So much, eh? Like 6 hours? Sounded like you wanted to do and spend some time with her. You couldn't wait to get back, though.
It was a fast trip. I mean, it was like maybe 29 hours. We left one night and we came back the next night. A lot of travel, 4.5 hours there, or 5 hours, flights to Michigan and back. And then we ended up driving a bunch, so.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. We saw it. Thanks. Crystal, you want to chime in here?
That trip, they did not get to see the bio dad, nor are they going to get to see him.
They're not currently allowing in-person visitation with him. So we've done some video calls, and we're doing more of those. I'm trying to
He's probably trying to capture that in video, too, by the way.
set it up so Jamie does one a week so she can still see her dad. I think that's the hardest part about this trip for me, and the realization that I came to is I lost my mom recently, and that
He's making this about himself? Really? Cool.
loss is still very fresh with me. For Jamie used to talk to her dad every single day.
It's because you guys aren't her parents. Can you imagine being adopted in someone's heart? But really what it sounds like is she was coerced into living with them because their daughter went there and she had a choice to make. Be with her daughter or be without her daughter and live with her dad. That's what it sounds like. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's what this sounds like, because she was an adult and she can choose where she lives, right? But because Crystal basically said, we'll take your daughter, you can come with us, but we're taking this daughter. That's what it sounds like. And that's disgusting.
Without fail. Every day they talked on the phone for at least a little while and caught up. They were, in essence, best friends.
No, that's her dad. Best. In essence, her best. No, it sounds like she had more of a relationship with this guy, who's probably a disgusting piece of shit too, than with you guys. And that speaks volumes, everybody. You should hear the volumes that speaks. Okay? She would rather speak to her dad, who's probably a low-life piece of garbage, than you guys and have a relationship with you. And then the high fives at the airport over burrito bowls. Like, think about this for a second. Understand that. How does that look? They don't even get it.
Not just, father-daughter. They were best friends. And they told each other.
And that breaks Crystal's heart, because she's like, why can't I be your best friend? Because, Crystal, because you're an exploitative piece of shit. Okay? All you have done is take these kids' stories and monetize them for your own ass. So you can get fake lips, fake teeth, fake tits, fake everything. And you guys can live in mansions and move all over the place and have multiple vehicles and travel and do vacations and go to Cheer Choice Awards and things like that. That's why you'll never, I don't think that they, obviously their marriage is probably shit too, but I think that they know that they're garbage. But at this point, this is the only way they can make any money, and they don't care.
Everything that was going on with them, and then
Or so Jamie thought.
And then one day, the phone call stopped, and she could not get a hold of her dad, and she didn't know what was going on. She came to Crystal and I, and she's like, "Hey, I can't get in touch with my dad. I don't know what's going on." A couple of weeks passed by, and we still hadn't heard from him.
You don't have to tell the story. There's literally no reason to tell the story. You said at the beginning you weren't going to tell the story. You said, we're just going to go get some pictures because something went on. The end. But then they couldn't can help themselves. They could not help themselves.
And we were worried about him. So
No, you weren't.
I started making some phone calls. We were able to get some information that he, was in jail. And
We're not going to tell her dad's story. The dad that she loves, by the way, regardless of how you feel about him. Okay, because that's that's Jamie's prerogative to love who she loves. So that's not on us. And I know this because coming from an abusive parent, I still loved my mom. I still think, kids who come from abusive homes, a lot of people don't understand that, like, how can you still love that person that abused you? It is what it is. It's the only person you've ever known since your birth. And the abuse was normal for you, so you didn't really see it like that until you were older. And so kids who are separated from their parents, no matter how bad those parents are, those kids still love their parents. It's really hard for a lot of people to understand, but like it's an enigma for sure.
And facing some charges.
Well, we're not going to tell this story. He's in prison for facing charges, but we're not going to tell the story.
So we
Not our place to tell.
decided to try to figure out, okay, how long is he going to be away for? And after finding that out, we knew that we had to go and get that stuff, the memorabilia,
You already said this, dumbass.
the pictures, all that kind of stuff.
And that trip meant the world to Jamie. She's been showing me pictures, but she's also been she was able to get some things from her childhood that meant the world to her. And so I'm glad that she was able to do that. My heart goes out to, both of them, though.
A crocodile time. Shut up.
just-
You stole someone's kid from them. You piece of shit.
It's not easy, and it's not easy when your bio family makes choices that affect you being able to see them or you being able to be a part of their life. And
It's odd that when your kids leave the home, they don't want to be with you either. Interesting that, right? And they only come back when they need money.
my heart goes out to everyone in foster care. Or, you don't even have to be in foster care for your parents to, make certain choices. And it's just,
What about your certain, like, I get it. Half these kids probably are better off with you. And I know that's saying a lot because they probably came from really, really, really bad situations. Okay, so at the very least, at least they have food and a home that has, like, all the cool shit. That's it, though. Because you're not good parents. You are just, again, this is like a halfway house. It's like a foster home. That's what this is, a glorified foster home. Again, they're better off. But you're not good people, man. Don't think that you're good people. Because you are absolutely disgusting. I need you to understand that, Crystal. I need you to get it. Okay? I need you to get it.
it's just sad. And I'm not trying to cry.
The thing that hurt the most or that was hardest about the trip to Michigan is there was a point where we were at her dad's apartment going through stuff, trying to pack it up safely so it would make the trip back. And I realized at that point that I was about to tell Jamie that she may not see her dad in person again.
Again, we're not trying to tell his story, but now we know that he's in jail in wherever, Manistee or whatever, for life. So he's not trying to tell a story, but we'll tell you the story in pieces, so it sounds like we're not telling you the story. Are you hearing this shit? You guys.
And that's a really tough thing. I started thinking about my mom and I was like, how do I tell
How do I make this about me? How do I make this about me?
Jamie? How do I tell this person that I love so much and that I care for that they may
It looks like it.
not get to
High fives.
see their parent again?
And as soon as you put the soft piano music in, you can go f yourself. Go get wrecked. There's not a lot of people that like I hate as much as Crazy Pieces. Every time I do a video on them, I have a fresh hatred for them. Like, how dare you? How effing dare you? Oh, we're not going to tell the story. Here's the story. And then we're going to cry about it, make it about ourselves, and put soft piano music behind it. They're going to performatively tell you the story and then capitalize on it monetarily. And then again, do a performance based on someone else's hurt. You can't make this up. You cannot make up how bad these people are in real life.
Anyways, I tried to film a vlog of some of the fun activities. We did try to have some fun.
No, you didn't.
Jamie's spirits were really down on the trip.
So the fact that you just said this right now should have been, so I didn't film any of it. Jamie's spirits were down. That's not consent. You're filming this kid against her will. She's having a bad time with all this and you filmed it anyway. That should tell you everything you need to know about Crazy Pieces. He just admitted to you that she was having the worst time of her life and that he filmed it anyway. And he wanted more fun thing. Oh, I couldn't give you more fun. So he's apologizing to the fans for not giving them better content about the daughter who's going through heartbreak. Get it? You getting it in your head? These people!
The realization set in for her that she wasn't going to see her dad anytime soon. Or ever again. And
then we get home and we kick her out into a tiny home on the lot. You hearing this shit? Melinda, I'm begging you. I am absolutely begging you to tell the story. I'm begging you. Melinda, you have to understand something. This is an open letter to Melinda right now. Okay? You have to understand what these people just did. They took your sister with special needs, put her on camera, and went to see your dad that's likely in prison for the rest of his life for whatever reason. Again, that's not what this video is about. Okay? And filmed her without her consent, against her will, while she was having a terrible time, and left you out of it, by the way. Okay? These people took advantage of your sister when they took her child away from her. Okay? And they're continuing to take advantage of her by putting her in multiple videos, doing this video, which is disgusting, while saying not going to tell the dad's story, and then tells the story anyway. Melinda, I need you to understand something. You have a lot of power here to change the course of all the rest of these children's lives in this home. Okay, you have a lot of power. You have the power of storytelling, the power of truth, the power to use your platform to call them out for what they have done to you and your siblings. Okay? And it seems that you have beef with everybody, but I don't think that's you. I think that they create this because they don't parent you guys properly. It sounds like they create these rifts and then allow them to get this way without changing anything, without trying to figure it out and fix it using therapy and all they use their immense wealth to do other things, like try to win Sheer Choice Awards. Melinda, I am begging you to tell your story. You don't have to do it on here, but it's here my platform's here if you want it. I promise you, Melinda, if you went to any big creator that talks about this type of content, they would have you on the show. Okay? I'm confident, even your own channel. If you want help telling this story, I will come to you and I will help you film it. I will not charge you a penny. I will do it for free for you. Okay? I will teach you how to do this and I will help you tell your story for free. I will pay anything I need to pay to get out there and tell your story. Melinda, you have a ton of power here. I need you to use your power because it's not your responsibility. It's not, okay? But you could be the reason that these people stop vlogging and exploiting more children coming into their house. You could be that stop. You could be the person that puts an end to this bullshit. And I want to make sure you understand this too, though, Melinda. It is not your responsibility to do that. But man, you would be a superhero for doing that. I'd say do it for your sister. Because holy shit, this vlog has made me angry.
To, bring her spirits up, we went to a movie, we went out and got some food, and I just tried to be there for her.
Wow, such a party animal.
And I just want Jamie to know.
You weren't there for her, buddy. You just exploited this story. You weren't there for her. You were there for yourselves for this video. Oh my God.
And
we love you. Why are you doing this on camera? Go tell her to her face you love her. Yeah.
Jamie and Melinda,
we're such good people.
Our heart goes out to you guys. And we love you both so much. And
why are you saying this on camera? Because you don't. Because you're performative dickholes. That's why. Go tell it to your kids' faces. Not on camera.
Okay, so to answer the question, what's the hardest part about foster care and adoption and this kind of thing? And it's handling situations or going through situations that you don't have, a say in or a control in, like their childhood and things that they've been through and trauma, and you're having all of this a part of your child's life or a part of their history of life, and it's extremely difficult to know what bio-family to allow in and not, and teach them healthy boundaries in relationships.
You don't teach your kids anything. F off.
And there's just all these pieces, I guess, to the entire story and to the entire thing. And I would say if you're currently going through that, pray about it. I feel like a lot of times you will get a feeling on what is safe and healthy and what is a good situation and what are lies and not the truth. And I don't know. So, anyways, this is a piece of it.
My best parenting advice that I can give to
Don't you dare give parenting advice after what you just did in this video. Don't you fucking dare.
any parent out there is don't just think about how your choices affect you. Think about how it affects your children.
Did you just say that? Did you just say that? How is it going to affect your children that they're out in the world where people gossip about them all day long and talk about their drama and their tea and about everything they're going through? What about the exploitation? What about their privacy? What if they didn't want their story told on the internet? That you took that choice away from your children to tell their story when they're ready. What if they don't want anybody to know they were adopted? What if they don't want anybody to know their story, their dad was arrested, or their parents are pieces of shit? What if they don't want people to know that? You didn't give them that choice. The opposite. You monetized it and made money off of it. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time.
Off. And look, they went through this video and they are deleting comments en masse. 412 downvotes. People can be like, oh, we're so sorry for you, Crystal. Yeah, they're deleting comments. On a video that has 96,000 views, they only have 500 comments. My heart goes out to Jamie. Did Jamie get some memorabilia from Melinda? Jamie's so pretty. This made me cry. Sending all our love. They're. And you know how you know that they're deleting comments? Because you can go to the Crazy Middles snark page and you can look at the posts that are made. Look at this. What happened to Melinda and Jamie's dad? They just dropped a video talking about bio parents. They said some bad choices, but aren't going to discuss it further. They discussed it enough to know that he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. They needed to tell you something. This video should never have been made. We didn't need to know as much as they shared. They could have phrased so many different ways to hide what was going on, but apparently they have zero consideration for kids' privacy. I mean, hey, they could have not filmed any of it, but they chose to, and they now have triggered a bunch of people online stealing their kids and bio family. I'm so mad on behalf of those kids. They could have taken a lighter approach and said Jamie was able to get some of her childhood treasures from Michigan without details and why she basically had to go get her stuff. But nope, exploit the situation. Someone will look up jail receipts. I live in Michigan, so where he is determines how bad it is. What happened to him moving to Arizona. Now, I did see on this snark thread, they did post his criminal record, but I think the mods took it down, which is probably best. Here, Jamie and Melinda's dad. It's very sad. I wonder what her dad did to go to jail. It's sad. So again, I can understand when people are asking this question. Why did you go to jail? They're creating this. No one had to know anything, actually. No, they didn't have to put any of this on camera. No one had to know that Jamie and Melinda's dad went to jail. Nobody had to know that they needed pictures. You did not have to make content out of this. No one had to know shit. But they made a video, and then they know this is going to happen because this is the reality of their life. These snark threads and all this stuff, you can't blame them. They're the ones being like, I wonder what her dad did, and now they're going to go dig for it, and everybody's going to find it because Crystal and Aaron put that out there. It's so sad because they had a close relationship with him, but it must have been serious if they will never see him again. People here don't understand how the law works in the USA. If you commit a crime and it's a public record, it can be shared anywhere that you want. It's not true. You say it would be illegal. He was arrested for something so bad, even they don't want to exploit it. That's yup, right? Crystal was teary-eyed. This was weird from the post of vlog about. So there's like 10 posts about this, but someone wrote, family drama must be bad for Melinda not to be part of this trip. They both just completely ignored Melinda and her going on the trip for closure. It's obviously very serious with whatever their dad did, and it sounds like he's going to be locked up for life. Crystal, be a better foster mother because at this point, that's all you are. You're not a mom to all of your kids like you claim. I feel sorry for Melinda and what she's going through. She lost her adoptive family and now her biological father. I didn't know she lost the adopted family. Jamie should have had her sister there with her. I feel like this should have remained private. Yes, this should have remained private. Serious stuff they think they need to film. They have no privacy. This is the example of the Frankie children and their letters for Kevin to read. Yeah. Again, there's going to be a book. This is for Crystal. How insensitive can you be by posting about Melinda and Jamie's father? I don't blame any of this on Aaron either. I do. F*** Aaron. He did it. He filmed it. Aaron is to blame, guys, because we know who the ringleader is. Aaron's to blame too. Don't get it twisted. Thank God Aaron took Jamie to get a few things. No, sure, but why did he film it and awkwardly film it? Why didn't you just go? You just did a disservice to your children you claim to love. I'm so overly upset with this. These two have to live with this every single day of their life. And it sounds like this person here is a fan of you. And so you know that they're deleting comments because their fans are now going to speak their minds. This is just as much Aaron's fault as Crystal's. He made sure to vlog the whole ordeal while telling us all what a caring person he is. They both suck as human beings. Amen. Didn't Jamie say she didn't want to talk about it and keep it private? Yep, and we showed you that at the beginning. I remember people came on here praising her for keeping it private. I bet Crystal and Aaron grabbed the camera to still find a way to film it even after the fact. Yeah, she said she wanted to keep it private in the video, and they still exploited it. If these two nitwits really loved and cared about their kids as they constantly claim, they would have never publicly posted this personal information. They know they're getting flash for this, and they're getting absolutely killed for this. PSA, if anyone cares for Jamie, please help her get away from Crystal and Aaron. This is for anyone that associates with Jamie. They have and will continue to exploit Jamie. First it was with Aurora. They needed her so she wouldn't look bad. They no longer needed the mom. Then they ship her off to extended family because otherwise they can't foster with her in the house. Now they are shoving her in a tiny house and exposing her personal parenting life. The sad thing is that if she gets away from Crystal and Aaron, then she might lose contact with Aurora. That's exactly what's going to happen. Please note, I said Crystal and Aaron and not the Crazy Pieces family because the kids are not at fault here. Well, that goes without saying. Disagree with a part of that. Grandma is at fault for at least a tiny fault. You have to remember, Crystal is a product of Grandma's lack of parenting during her childhood. Crystal, Shelley, and all of her kids lack common knowledge, and it's so clear that they don't have the best education, obviously. Crystal's a dumbass. So this person's standing up. She says, you guys reach a lot. This sounds like it could be someone from it could be Crystal herself. Do you know where Jamie was before the Pettits? She was being used financially, SA'd, and had no one to protect her, no one to turn to. The Pettits do a lot of shit, but they take care of Jamie. By kicking her out of the house so they can adopt more kids? Is that taking care of her? By exploiting her story a million times over? They don't take care of her, they exploit her. You kidding me? You're stupid. She is better off with them than she ever has been. But they're kicking her out. So for you guys to assume she would do better or be happier somewhere else is wild. No, are you serious? We're not, like, I understand what she's saying. She's like, get her out of the house. But no, she would do better off somewhere else without people that exploit her. That's for sure. Another loving family is what we're hoping for. One thing they have always done is been there for her by kicking her out so they can adopt more. Like, are you stupid? They took her in pregnant regardless of the reasons. They took her in pregnant so they could steal her child. You dumbass. They've brought her back time and time again when things don't work out. They disowned her. So what you're telling me is that they kicked her out so many times, but they bring her back because she's not compatible with anybody else. And you think that makes them good people? Oh my God. They disowned her sister when she stole money from her. I don't know about that. There's a lot of things you could say what you want about, but it comes to Jamie, she's where she's at. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to. Somebody who stands up for anybody who exploits children, you can kiss my fucking ass. And you think she's still not being used financially? Crystal and Aaron are directly profiting off her trauma. If you think she sees a dime of the money they make off her telling her story, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell you. I'm not saying take her away or anything of the sort. That's not my place. But honestly, that poor girl has been used over and over again, and it's heartbreaking. Thank you. You're so right. Jamie's still being used financially. You can guarantee if CNA weren't getting money for taking care of Jamie and profiting off videos, they wouldn't have taken her in. And again, she's only adopted in their hearts. She's not legally theirs at all. Oh, damn. And then people call her out and she's like, oh, did I trigger you? Like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, again, more people standing up for the Crazy Pieces here. Do you know how hard life would be for Jamie without Aaron Crystal? Do you know how hard life is for Jamie right now with Crystal taking her kid and then them exploiting her? That's pretty hard too, okay? They are not perfect parents, but they do a lot for their children. No, they don't. All they do is feed them. They don't parent them. They don't love them. Nothing. And then they do it on camera. We love you. Filming it. Love you. And then someone says, would you have said the same about Ruby Frankie? Good point. The Crazies are no different. What family in real life do you know is happy 24/7? Nobody. It's fake. That's another thing people don't realize. This shit is fake. Fake for the camera. And then this one says, listen up, Crystal, bitch. What right do you and your dopey-eyed husband got to tell the world about Jamie and Melinda's dad? That's their personal business, not yours to share. I think you guys have shared enough. Time to get called out now and be done. Hopefully soon. Ran out of vlog ideas, have you? With your fake crying? Someone call CPS on these monsters now before it's too late. CPS won't do shit. I have no words for how thoughtless this vlog was. They talk about how important it is not to talk about their kids badly, but their bio family. And in the same video, tell many thousands of strangers M&J's dad's in prison, sharing this to a viewership. Prison for life, by the way, and where he is in prison, so they know where to look it up. Not to mention filming their disabled daughter, who arguably may have the capacity to understand and consent to being filmed during one of the most difficult trips of her life. Amen. Aaron and Crystal are equally to blame for this family, no matter being aired publicly. Just, why did they show it? They could have even said she was having a hard time and it was rough, and that's the end of it. But even that, this one, yeah. I wish there was some personal dirt on Crystal, Aaron, Shelley, and their family. Well, I want to air it, but it's also not. I wish there was some personal dirt on Crystal, Aaron, Shelley, and their family. Well, I want to air it, but it's also not right, and the kids would suffer. If you know shit and you can stop them from exploiting children online, you got to do it. That's what I'm saying. If you have the ability to call them out and get them canceled so they cannot continue to exploit children, I'd say you got a personal responsibility. Because if I had that dirt, I'd tell you. Honestly, it seems like there's tons. I assume they were just an average, boring Mormon white savior family when I first started watching, but my God, there's so much drama and trauma in their family. It's insane. Like, I want to give them a taste of their own medicine, but not hurt their kids like they do. Stopping parents from exploiting children is not hurting the kids, okay? Having their business out in the world, it sucks, but if the business is bad, there's going to be a short-term pain for long-term gain for those kids, okay? Crystal and Aaron don't have good relationships with their children. None of them. They're like acquaintances. So it's not like they have this fierce love for their parents. We don't see it on camera. They're like friends. They're not up. Look at the dynamics, guys. It's super weird. Again, it's more like a halfway house or a foster home. That's what it's more like. Like what do you call those homes? I don't know what they're called. But it's more like that than it is a family home. Some vlog ago, Jamie mentioned not wanting to share about her personal life, yet here we are getting the news that her dad's in jail. Crystal sucks for sharing this, and Aaron sucks for not having a backbone and saying no. Aaron making money off this too, guys. All Crystal and Aaron care about is the money from the videos. They are both so stupid and have no education or job skills. All they know is acting for the camera. We're not going to say their story. They can make a video if they want. Proceeds to tell us about him going to jail. Yeah, basically thousands of people know that their adopted kid's bio dad. Not only is he disabled, but he's being either charged with assaulting someone, and that person could be underage, so that makes him a PDF file. Nice, Crystal. Telling all our social media. Oh yeah, and also like, how do you know he's never getting out? Okay, anyway. Obviously the anger is palpable. Why did Aaron tell Jamie she would probably never see her dad in person again? I don't get it. If he goes to prison, surely Jamie can visit him, am I right? Also, he's never been convicted yet. Maybe he would be found not guilty. Most prison and jail visitation is done by video call now, so she may never see him in person, but she'd still be able to speak to him. I mean, she could go to Michigan and probably see him in prison. I'm thinking you're allowed to do that, but they're not going to pay for that. It's a lot of money. Remember, they chose the cheaper flight because it was too expensive for the first flight. Yeah, here's the part where she doesn't want to...
My high was making me flat out. And my low is...
My low. So my low is things that are going on right now, and I don't want to talk about it on camera. And Crystal's like, oh, well, we'll make a vlog about it later. Oh my God, you guys got to see that. That right there is proof that they don't care about consent anyway, even if they say they ask. Because she said, I don't want to talk about it on camera, and yet they made an entire vlog about it. Not like 2 days later or something like that. The whole thing should not have been turned into a video. This is not content. This is her real life. How sad that they have no qualms about sharing these very upsetting personal issues. And if I already could not stand Crystal and Aaron enough, this cements it to the utmost degree. Jamie, I'm very, very sorry your so-called parents are taking advantage of your pain. They're not her parents. And making money off circumstances you have openly said you do not want to talk about. Crystal and Aaron, it goes without saying you're just despicable assholes. I agree, but they will make a vlog saying Jamie wanted them to share. It will be a lie, but they will over-explain and try to make themselves look good. Yeah, they will. That's exactly what will happen. They are taking advantage of this young lady. Share this up. She didn't want anything about her dad shared. Crystal and Aaron betrayed her trust. And also, why was Crystal's tears being shed? Once again, she made it all about her when in actual fact had nothing to do with her. Only Jamie and Melinda. There's no reason they had to speak on it. Yeah, everybody's upset and they should be. All right, so there it is, everybody. The crazy assholes did another video where they just continue to go too far. I've done a lot of videos on these people and I've done a lot of stupid shit. Okay, a lot of stupid shit. But this one takes the cake. When you think someone can't get that bad and they get that bad, they get even worse, that should piss you all off. You should all be very, very upset with this video and you should call them out, and they should never be able to get away with this. Ever. Because this is absolute bonkers what they have done. Okay, after she said a video where she doesn't want to talk about it, they forced her to basically talk about it. This is a kid with special needs, don't forget, everybody. Special needs. And they took advantage of her. They probably coerced her into doing that. This kid has special needs. Think about it for a second. That's crazy. Everybody take a huge deep breath. We're going to need it today. And they're probably going to go win a Cheer Choice Award. I really wish someone would confront them at the Cheer Choice Awards. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you being here for these tough conversations. Share this video. These people, the world needs to know who these people are. Melinda, again, if you're watching this, and I'm going to share this with you, please, at least get in a conversation with me, and I can keep everything you tell me secret. But like, there's lots that you know that could shut this shit down instantly. And man, I don't blame you for not wanting to tell everybody, because you know you got to rely on these people, I think, to a degree. And so I understand that. But if you ever get the audacity and the bravery to call this out, you have a lot of supporters that will help you. And, you know, short-term pain for a long-term gain. You can save your brothers and sisters. So anyway, thanks for being here, guys. You're amazing, incredible, and valued. Don't you forget, and I will see you when I see you.